Now that the car is modeled, we can navigate to the cam space and start initiating our CNC setup. So in the upper left-hand corner, we can use the drop-down to select manufacturing. Now the first thing we need to do is do a cam setup. So come up here to the upper left-hand and select setup. Now within the setup, we'll be defining our axes of orientation and our material size. So we need to machine this face and this bottom face to get this part made. And the Z axis represents the up and down on the CNC machine. So we'll need to orient the Z axis to be perpendicular to the faces to be machined. And to do that, we'll come down to model orientation. And we want to use the select Z axis plane and X axis. So our functioning Z axis will be the model Y axis. So now it's perpendicular to the faces. And the next thing we'll need to do is the first thing that we're gonna machine is gonna be this bottom face. So we need our Z positive to be protruding upwards from the bottom face. And to do that, we just use this flip axis tab. The Z is correctly oriented. Now we'll need to define where the Z, X, Y, and Z start from. And it's very difficult to locate from the center of the raw material, but it's not so bad to locate it from a corner of the part. So I'm going to move this orientation to the corner by selecting this stock box point. And it gives me lots of tabs to select. I'm going to go ahead and select this point here in the left-hand corner. The next thing we'll do is select the bodies to be machined. So I come down here to model and I notice there's two bodies selected. I'm only seeing one body on the screen, so I don't know what the other bodies that have been selected are. I'm going to go ahead and X that so nothing is selected. I'm going to use the models drop-down tab and I'm going to select the car body. And it immediately decreased the available material, which is this yellowish box out here. So I'll navigate now to the stock size to define our stock. It gives us a relative default size of 0.04 around the perimeter and 0.04 above the material. Now, if we bring this drop down, there's lots of different defining options. What I do quite often is model the actual material and select this from solid tab. Today, I'm going to be using this fixed size box. So I'm going to define our material size with these three parameters. Now, I know that the car is exactly 6 inches. And I can see that here, there's no extra material on the length side. So I want to go ahead and give the rough material another 1/8 of an inch all the way or on the length. So I'll give it a value of 6 1/4. And the from center is sufficient. It looks like on the width, it already gave me 1/8 of an inch on both sides, default. And now on the height, the default height of 2 inches is the exact same as our material size, so we'll leave that alone. But I do want to be not on center. I want it to, this face here, I want it to be in line with the face of our material so that we're not wasting a bunch of time milling that face when it's already flat. So I can drop the model position tab down and select offset from top and make that offset 0. So now when I look at it, the top plane of the bottom of our car is located with the top of the stock. And I will select OK. In the next video, we will set 2 toolpaths. We will cut out these dowels and we will machine this perimeter face.